Whoa. But where's Lee?
Lee will join. Lee will land.
You close the door, please.
Lee will land. Are we live now?
Yeah. Yeah, we're streaming.
Yeah, we're live. We are live.
Are we live now?
Turn that down. Lock that off. I'm still just getting to grips with all of this technology, bro. It's mad. It's all mad. Do you know what people said as well last week? We need to pay more attention to what's going on in the comments. There's some very interesting conversations happening in there, so we will make sure we do so today. So salute to everybody that's locked in right now. Welcome to another episode of Cut the Chat. Lee's on his way, I'm guessing. I don't know how you can be late for something when all you need to do is stay in your yard. That's all you need to do. You're in your house. How can you be late? How can you be late? Femi's here. Damon's got a black power fist going on. What's going on, Damon? You want to explain your outfit?
You like my t-shirt?
Wait, where did you get that from? Where did you get that from?
Don't worry, bro. Just know you can't leave stuff around, bro.
You thief. Here's Lee. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me get Lee in the room. Lee, little man. Vassell. Where is he? Anyway, yeah, why are you stealing stuff from me, bro? Don't do that.
Bruv, it fits me perfectly. And you know what the worst thing is? I took about 4 of them as well.
So, basically, I left a bag of Ace of Clubs t-shirts in the studio where we usually record, that we haven't been recording in, obviously, because we're on quarantine. And Damon has gone and stolen them. There was like a whole bag as well. Yeah,
there is.
Thief.
Standard.
We should give some away. If anybody wants an Ace of Clubs t-shirt, feel free to hit us up, man.
You better hit me now before I wear them all.
They got extra small there.
What?
You got extra small there, or they're one size?
Extra small for who?
Or small for me?
You ain't small.
What? How you know? Why you exposing me online?
I allow that, man.
Sorry.
Someone said Ace's hats must be in the wash. It's not that.
Ace, it's new Ace.
I just clocked my eye. Basically, I had eye surgery. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I've been wearing sunglasses a lot.
I thought you just supposed that.
Not because I'm trying to be sexy, but because my eyes hurting. How are you guys anyway?
I'm all right, Ace. I'm all right. I saw a massive collection of hats the other day on running along the roof of the conservatory.
Oh, at my mum's house.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wear any of them hats ever again.
Why?
Because one, they're fitted hats. No one wears fitted hats anymore. And two, they've been up there so long that they've all collected dust and they're faded and the sun has done stuff to them. They just got to get rid of all of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I did notice that.
But I feel like I need to auction them or something. I feel like I could do something with them. And every hat has got a story as well. I know this is going to sound really stupid, but there was I was looking at them the other day and I was like, oh, that's the hat I wore when I won my Sony. And that's the hat I wore on that particular episode of the Ill Out show. Oh, and that's the hat I wore when I met the mother of my children. There's been bare things. There's every hat has got a story. And I don't want to get rid of them.
The amount of hats you have, you can use the fabric to make like a good few duvet covers.
I've definitely owned maybe, and the thing is, that is not my whole hat collection. That is like a quarter of my hat collection.
So are you giving up the hat look now?
No, I'm not. I'm definitely not giving up the hat look, but I'm definitely more comfortable with my head. Somebody said the other day that the reason I'm comfortable with my head shape is because I've slimmed into my head.
That's funny.
I didn't know if I should be offended or not, but I liked it.
That is a violation. You slimmed into your head.
Yeah, they said I slimmed into my head.
It does suit you though, man.
I used to have like these mad corners. Remember that? I kind of still got them. And
Depends on the angle.
I had that pointy bit at the top and then these like muscle bits on the end.
That's the Ghanaian strip. That's the Ghanaian thing, though, isn't it?
They don't feel it. You don't really feel as bad anymore.
Hey, Ace, you remember the time I caught you driving home with the hat off? It's like I saw him naked. I couldn't believe it. I was like, wow.
Was that the
No
first time you
hat.
seen
He's
you without a
loving
hat?
it.
Was that the
That
first
was the
time?
first time I ever saw you. We came out the studio and we was on Camden Road, innit? And I pulled up alongside you and you was just in your, I think you was listening to like Girls Just Want to Have Fun or something on stereo. Free. You was doing this gang. Enjoying.
Enjoyment
Femi, what you doing? You wearing a puffer jacket?
in the house.
I'm wearing a hoodie, bro.
This man's not hot.
Why do you look so upset, man?
I'm tired, bro.
Hey, Femi, not this energy again, bro.
Story
this
of his
again,
life.
There's
I'm
people
tired,
watching
bro.
us.
I'm just tired, bro. I'll be honest. I'm tired of talking about race to bare people. I'm tired. I'm just tired. I hope that's not what we're talking about all show, because I'm tired of it.
Should we start with that though quickly and just get
Can't we just
rid of
talk
it?
about something
No,
else?
we don't do quickly and get rid of nothing.
All right, can I just say what I've learned today about racism?
Oh dear, man.
Bro, Femi. Go on, Abe.
Oh,
This is gonna sound really stupid, yeah. But I didn't realize. No, I did realize. I'm not gonna lie. I've always known there's racism, but I always thought like racists were quiet. Like they were quietly racist and they hated us from the safety of their own home. And I think I got that comfort because when you on social media, you follow people you like, innit? And you follow people that have obviously got the same or similar views as you.
Do you know what they call that, Ace?
Go on.
An echo chamber.
An echo chamber. Thank you very much for me. So today, as a result of the show that we did last Tuesday, I've been getting like hollered at from various different parts of the BBC to be involved in various different shows. One of the shows I got involved in was a newscast about the statue that came down in Bristol. Do you guys know about this?
Yeah.
Okay, so Edward Colston, who was a slave master, he had a statue in Bristol. They ripped the statue down, they threw it in the river or whatever. And so I tweeted yesterday morning, there's a hall called Colston Hall in Bristol. It's like a music venue. World-renowned music, I won't say world-renowned, but very famous music venue in Bristol. And I've played there about 4 times, DJ there 4 times, and I've never known the history of that venue. And I was like, raw, I've never even known that Colston Hall was named after this man. And I've played there with artists that I know probably didn't know as well. It's good that the statue's gone. We need to change the name of the venue. So they called me and was like, oh, do you want to talk about it or whatever? And so they've tweeted me in a comment that I've made during that show to say that I thought that the video of the statue coming down was beautiful. And the racists have just come for me, boy. And I just like, I was like, what? First of all, I didn't know that racists could use Twitter like that, and bareface. And some of their views are wild. Like I've got man in there telling me, all right, then we're gonna take down the Nelson Mandela statue, that terrorist, and they've been getting me all day. And I was like, it's so funny. I had no idea that they were out there like that in full force. They don't give a shit.
Really?
Yeah, they are on Twitter. On Twitter, the thing is, Twitter, there just seems to be like racist supervising anything you say about racism. And they just come out because I was on the Jeremy Vine show and I put up a clip from when I was on Jeremy Vine show on Cut the Chat, on Twitter like 2 weeks ago, and it went off. They started, I had to mute people. You know, on Twitter you can mute people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you mute them and then they don't know that you've blocked them. They can keep tweeting you, but you just don't see their tweets.
Right.
So to them, they like, it's basically blocking them, but they don't know. They're just talking to no one.
So they're just ranting. They're ranting. They don't know that no one's really listening.
Yeah.
Mad up.
It's kind of lit. But yeah, but they just come out. Even when I used to go on Sky News and all of those news things, like you just get random people. Like I feel like they just have keywords that notifies them on Twitter. And they just come at you. They
are so upset about this statue, boy. But it also made me just think about all the statues that we see in and around London. Like, who are these people? What have they done? And like, are we walking past some people that have committed some horrific crimes in the past
Listen,
Never
Bro, you
did.
know what? It's funny you say that. I saw some guy, he put up in his Twitter, he tweeted that, who's this guy? If you don't get back to me in 2 minutes, he's throwing a statue into the river right next to the thing. Like, he's on his own vigilante thing now.
Just ripping down all the statues. Bare
Yeah,
statues.
yeah. And if people are going up, just question. You know what? But for real though, how come we didn't question any of these things?
Mm.
to be fair, I knew about that.
Why would you question them though?
But why not though? It makes you think we're walking around with our eyes shut. No, these things are just around us all the time.
Have you ever questioned Black Boy Lane in Tottenham?
No, but I've always wondered why it was called Black Boy Lane.
Whiteman Road.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, that's what,
Whiteman Road is not WHITE, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
WIGH, bro.
Femi, I don't need your lip today, mate. All right?
I'm just letting you know, bro. You're just.
No, hold on. Let me put my glove back on. I don't need your fucking.
Why are we making stuff up, bro? Let's not make stuff up. Let's be honest.
your fucking lip today? You
Nah,
was at the you was at the protest, Femi.
Yeah, I took my kids
How did they find it?
on Sunday. So one of my kids took it really seriously, the older one, because he's just a serious guy like that. The younger one initially was just like, I want to go home. This is too much. There's too many people. And so
Where
we
did you-
joined that
Did you
Vauxhall.
go to the embassy or did you go?
Yeah, so we went to the embassy, but we didn't get there on time. So we had to join at Vauxhall Bridge, and then we walked around to Parliament, to Parliament Square, and like they in the end they liked it and they realized the importance of it. But what I'm realizing though, I think, you know, I've been saying my younger son's been naughty at homeschool and all of that stuff. Yeah, what I'm realizing, I think he's just young. It's all a bit too much for him.
what do you mean?
Because my older son, yeah, so he's gone on a march, and like he gets it. My older son's what, 8 years? He's like 9 in September, so he's like 3 months away from being 9. But I just feel like he gets a lot more things than his younger brother does. I feel like all of this that's going on, it's just occurred to me that it's just too much for him.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's too much for his little 7-year-old head. And like,
No.
even like, he's
You know-
changed in this time period. Like, he's like, the reason I'm so tired, yeah, because I had to like do an audition tape with them this evening, because they've both got an agent now,
What?
right?
Powers of Papa.
In it. No, themselves, to be fair to them, themselves,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
especially the older one, like obviously himself, like, and a younger one, my younger son basically read an audition that belonged to his brother, and then I sent it to my older son's agent to say, oh, my younger son really wants to do acting, blah blah blah, and she liked it, and then she signed him
Okay.
last week basically. And
No, what?
what happened was, we got an audition for the whole family, and the kids had to do it together, and me and my missus had to do a little bit together. And like, they were struck, like the younger one was just being super negative about it, and I was really angry for about an hour and a half. And then my missus came home and they did it perfectly. I feel like they troll me though sometimes, because when their mom's there, they're so good.
Mm.
And then when it's just me, him, not even both of them, the older ones, because the young one, when the mom's there, he's like so good. When it's just me and him, it's like a different person. But anyway, I'm realizing actually, do you know what? Maybe I'm being too hard on him, because I saw one of your posts, I think, Ace, what you just posted on Instagram.
Yeah. Like we're obviously, we're like all seeing this, everything that's gone on in the last 3 months, from COVID to seeing a man die on Instagram to racism to all of this stuff, yeah, to kids having to not see their friends for 3 months. Like, have we actually sat down with the kids and been like, are you lot okay? Like, what is, like, are you actually okay? How is this all affecting you? It's a lot. So it's a lot for us. I will like openly say, I've never cried this much in my entire 39 years of living. This week, I've cried every day. It's not,
That's
it's
deep.
mad. I cry
That's
for
deep.
no reason. Like, I'll just be like boo-hooing. So what is it like for the younger generation? They're seeing this and we don't know what they're picking up from social media. Like, this must be a lot for them. This must be really heavy. And we need to really sit down and ask our kids if they're actually okay.
I'm being honest. For me, my younger son's definitely been struggling, and I feel like up until tonight, I've just been like really difficult. I'm being hard on him because his older brother just gets on with it a little bit more, and he's a bit more adaptable. But I just think that's because he's 9 in a few months, and like my younger son's 7, and that makes a massive difference. Do you know what I mean? So
Femi, like when I saw your young son the other day, when he came into the park and he just dived into the bushes taller than himself and just laid there. Like, I got a couple pictures, I'm going to send them to you. I just found that hilarious. I just thought, he ain't got no time for what everybody else is doing. I'm going to be over here. If you need me, I'm going to be on some Crocodile Dundee Hunter type thing, hiding in the bushes, doing my thing. And I just rated that. I'm just like, it can't be easy for any of them, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? And I think you're right, Ace. You're especially right when you're saying to go 3 months of not seeing your school friends, to not actually physically be able to see your school friends and run up to them and play this and play that, and not like, okay, yeah, it's all fun and games to be on a Zoom thing with their school kids or house party, but to not be able to physically run around with your school friends, that must be wild, bro.
Trust me.
That really must be wild.
You know what? My kids, I've been talking to them about it, and all they've said is like, you know what, we don't miss school, we miss our friends. And so like, and for a while, to be fair, we've kind of turned slack, because for a while we would let my younger son go on house party, and like he'll be on house party with his friends, and like they will be talking for an hour, whereas like he's not really had that recently. But they've gone back to school though, my kids.
Yeah, my son went back this week as well.
So my kids have gone back basically. It's up. So imagine my kids went back yesterday for the first time since lockdown, right? And my missus, because my missus is a teacher and she starts work tomorrow, and the head teacher said to my missus, you know, they don't have to go to school only when you're working. Like, you can bring them every day. Like, we miss them.
Wow.
Because the school's empty. There's no kids. There's barely any kids.
Every kid's got his own desk, innit? They all
my kids were like, my kids were like, they don't like the food. They don't like they were complaining. They're asking for packed lunch. They've only been for 2 days, you know. They're going back next week. They don't like the food because the packed lunch is worse. They don't want to go every day because there's no PE. They just have to go outside and do warm-up exercises with the PE teacher. There's no playground. That's playtime.
So what about is every teacher still being used then?
No, I don't know. I think they stagger the teachers, so it's not like every day, every teacher. I feel like obviously some teachers can't come in because some teachers can't come in because they're not well, or because they're older and so on and so forth. But I think they're staggering the teachers. It's very complex. But year 1, year 6, and I think nursery are back in school, all of them. But apparently they're going to release statistics in the next few days, if they haven't already, saying that only half of those kids have gone back to school.
Wow. I do think the kids miss school. I was in relation to what we were saying about missing your friends for 3 months. Do you remember like 6 weeks holiday? The first couple of weeks you thought it was live.
Yeah.
And then like as you got to like week 4 or 5, as you got to like week 4 or 5, you was itching to go back to school. So imagine they've been off for 3 months, bro.
Listen,
3 months.
I don't know if it's different times, but I couldn't think of anything worse than them being at home doing homeschooling with my mom and dad. I could have been. Oh my dad. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, it wouldn't work. I couldn't see my peoples for that long. Oh my God. No. I think I would have killed him. I would have plucked up the courage and murked him. Chicken chow mein for a whole week. You must be mad. That weren't running. That can't run.
Respect to the kids, man. They've had to really man up, unfortunately. And some of them are super young, but they actually really have to just suck it up and get on with it. And there's nothing that they can do about it. Sad.
Lee,
Yo.
how did you find the so the march on Sunday? So gone down to the march, got down there for about 20 to 2. Sorry, you know, I think I've got a bee in my house.
So,
The show must go on, my friend.
And the
Bro,
show
you
must
scared of
carry
a
on.
bee,
Carry
bro?
on. Anyway.
The show must go on, bro.
Listen, if I get stung, Ace, you're around the corner. Come take me to hospital.
You're
Man, you're
funny.
a big man, bro. Like,
Are you
man
Macaulay
said-
Culkin?
Man stopped and said, "I think I got a bee in my house." Bro.
Man, talk about my girl, you know.
Hold on, wait. Firstly, yeah, Ace, don't lick your lips like that on camera. Firstly, don't do that. You know, I'm not even gonna. There's enough racial tension right now. I'm not gonna talk about what you was doing when you was back in Nigeria, Femi, with bees and other animals. Anyway,
Bro,
Anyway.
that's what it was.
Hey, no,
funny.
this-
that was a
I'm-
flat joke.
Can I ask a really? This is gonna sound like a really stupid thing. Are there bees in Nigeria?
There are bees all over the world, bro.
Ah, okay, thanks. Are they like bigger in Nigeria?
I've never seen them, but like my mom gets me local honey every time she goes to Nigeria.
Oh, yeah. So there must be bees there. Thank
Yeah.
you. Continue.
there must be.
Good to know.
Um,
Are there bees in Ghana?
That's what this is my question. I don't think I saw a bee in Ghana. I
Do
saw
they
the
have-
biggest flyers, but I don't
do they
think I
have
saw a
bees?
bee.
Do they have? What about St. Lucia?
I've never been to St. Lucia. I need to
Oh.
go.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Femi, you're a wanker.
I don't think I saw a bee in Ghana. I'm dead serious. I saw the hench flies and mosquitoes, but I don't think I saw a
we
bee.
like generally like every time I've got honey in my kitchen from Nigeria. My mom always gets me local.
Wow. All right, any of you listeners, if you've ever seen any bees in Ghana or St. Lucia, let us know.
Thanks.
Yeah, so got
All
down there about
Nigeria.
got down there about 20 to 2. Me and Ike went down there. And it was nice. It was a nice ride. I was on the phone to Lee. Lee decided to ride down on his bike. Yeah, it was nice. A lot of kneeling and then up and then chanting and, you know, shouting and clapping. It was good. It was a good vibe. It was a good vibe when it was outside the embassy. It was a really good vibe. And then all of a sudden, everyone just started moving out. And I don't think it was a pre-planned march because the roads were open. Obviously, I've driven down to Vauxhall, the gyratory thing, and all the roads were open. And obviously, once everyone starts marching now, the police have been scrambling, closing roads, this and that and that. But it was good to be a part of. Like, I felt part of a big movement, and it was good to see various different people, all, you know, races, colors, bloody. It was just good. Fucked up with Lee. How did you find it, Lee?
Well, I came down on a bike in it, so I came down, and it was almost like, you know, like when you're riding somewhere and then people just join in and then join in and then join in. So from Liverpool, from about Bishopsgate, I saw loads of people at the bus stop. I thought, wow, this is going to be massive. Like, you know, black, white, everything. So now carried on riding through, got to Elephant Castle. By this time, the convoy was massive. You'd have thought we something was going down anyway. Then I got down to, say, Vauxhall Station, and it was like carnival. That sweet smell of, you know, sacramental rudiments was in the air. You know what I'm saying? People had the juices going. The jerk man was out. I was like, I'm home again. Do you get what I'm saying? But I couldn't get close. I couldn't even get close to the action.
Yeah, you were stuck. I didn't realize, because when I went further into like the center point, obviously I'm not looking back in it. So when I phoned you, know, like, I'm gonna come and buck you. When I've kind of stood up and looked at the mass of people that have gone way out from the embassy round where Colorism used to be, and just the whole place was wild. Like,
you find it was quite mad, the fact that there were so many like white people there as well, though, innit? Like white people, and there was like, do you know what I'm saying? I thought, you know, I don't know why I thought it was going to be mad black.
But it was a young people movement, though. It was more.
Yeah, it was definitely a young people movement.
Like,
I must say that.
It was like I reckon everyone there was like the oldest people were definitely Damon's age.
Yeah, definitely. Like what, 58?
Yeah.
Do you think? Are you going on Saturday?
No.
No, I'm not
I
going
want-
to
you know what?
racist white people. What's the point?
I was gonna go.
Fam, do you know there's not going to be a lot of them, man, there? I'm just saying.
No,
I'm not
but-
saying,
no, but
I'm not,
I was
wait,
gonna
first
go
of all,
to
wait,
calm it
quick.
down.
Now, let
What
me
does
just say
that
this.
mean?
I'm not saying people go down there and fuck them man up. I'm just saying, like, people assume it's going to be some kind of race war down there. He'll have like 20 men with him. It's not going to be that, and the police
Look,
will be protected.
all I'm saying to
It's
you,
not going to be, it won't be
Police won't
that.
let him go. I think police will put him on house arrest.
You think so?
Yeah, because they're gonna say he's inciting violence, innit? There's no way he will be there. I don't think he'll be there. The police are gonna have a conversation with him and say he can't come.
Have you noticed something in the speech that he made or whatever it was that he was the foolishness that he was talking? At no point did he use the word black.
Nah.
At no point did he use the word black.
What's the brother's name again?
Tommy Robinson. But he looks like he likes black things though. I shouldn't say things. When I look at the video, I say this is the type of brother I could see with a Nubian queen though. Like,
why'd you say that?
You know, but if you look at him, I don't know. You know, like obviously you have that stereotypical look. When I look at him, I think, bro, if you buck the right brown in, it's over for you, bro. You're leaving the wife and everyone. You can tell, bro. He's confused. You know what? He's so confused. Do you know what? He doesn't sound intelligent when he speaks. It's almost so chavvy. It's unbelievable.
I loved that video. I'm not gonna lie.
No, so
he looked like he was gonna have a heart attack, man.
Sorry,
I actually loved it. He was gonna burst a blood vessel. There's every part of that video I proper enjoyed. I'm not gonna lie.
Michael in the comments saying there'll be more football firms have been organising all week. Chelsea, Arsenal, Burnley, and them man there. Bro, I'm not going down to go and fight West Ham fans. You don't think that yourself.
I don't think there'll be that many. Honestly.
Yeah, but see them football fans. They got black guys in there too, you know.
But they're not
just all white. It's not just all white people in them actual firms. They're not. I wouldn't even say they're racist. They're not racist firms, innit? They've got black people in there.
Yeah, Lee,
stop your noise right now.
You watch Cass?
I watch Cass.
Have you watched them?
West Ham.
Have you? Hey, Lee.
Femi gave you the uncle thing. Femi.
Right, do you know what? But then obviously there like you said, there's not. I don't think there'll be a lot of people because there's one thing being racist, but showing your face.
That's it. That's what I'm saying.
That's a different thing, bro.
That's a whole different
thing. Yeah, you can be racist all you want behind closed doors, but going out there, you don't want someone to see you that knows you.
Them are not coming out saying we're racist. Them are not coming out saying we're coming out to protect our statues. They're coming out saying we're protecting the statue of Winston Churchill. We're coming out. They're coming out saying we're protecting this. Because remember, that's what his rant was. How can you police let these guys come and do this and do that and deface our statues and our memorials and all that? That's what they're gonna come out and say they're doing. They're not saying we're coming out as a racist organization to beat up black people. They're coming out to stand strong around all of these and just basically just provoke. That's what they're gonna do. Then they will never come out and say,
I'm going down there with my Chelsea brick anyway.
Your what?
My Chelsea brick.
Chelsea brick.
You're not strong enough to make a Chelsea brick.
It's a newspaper. You roll it up and bend it in half.
You're not strong enough.
That's a Chelsea brick.
Have you ever done that before? Yeah, and you heard of a Chelsea brick? That's what the footballers used to use back in the day. So you roll up a newspaper and you bend it in hard. See that conch there? Knock man out.
Serious?
Knock man out. What? Roll up a newspaper and bend it in half and see how hard and feel the knuckle on it.
Yeah, it's mad.
Answer the knuckle, you know.
You can break something. Yeah, see, I'm a geezer. Well, I'm going down there anyway.
Really?
Braveheart.
Bad boy.
I'm gonna get my horse out the kennel and I'm rolling up there.
Guys.
Yeah.
Yo.
You don't really do this, yeah? But go on your Instagram quickly and go on Wretch32's page.
Why?
Go on it.
Sorry, listeners.
You listeners, you can too. Go on Wretch32's page on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
What are we looking at, Femi?
Just go on his page, his last post. And also on that note, on KG, you're right. It was every time there's a march, they graffiti the Winston Churchill.
Ooh.
What is that?
Fuck's sake, man.
Read the
Who's
caption.
that came down the stairs?
Read the caption.
Wretch32's dad.
When was this? Like now.
He posted this an hour ago.
He's going to be on the news tonight at 10 o'clock.
Mm.
When was this? This was May. This was May last month, 21st. Right. Okay.
What do
Okay.
you think?
What do you
You know
mean?
what?
Are you okay? Are they taking a piss?
Sorry for everybody that hasn't been able to go to Instagram. We've just watched the video on Rich V2's page. It says this is how the police think they can treat a 62-year-old man, black man in Tottenham, but this one happens to be my dad. Hashtag no justice, no peace. My father and I will be on the news at 10 p.m. tonight. So we gotta wrap this up real soon because I want to see that. But do you know
Maybe
what?
we can watch
What's
it,
quite
we can watch
interesting?
We can
Is
watch it and comment.
I didn't know that we were allowed to get access to the body cams.
How do you get access to body cams?
Femi, do you know?
I didn't actually. I didn't know that actually.
We should we're gonna have Tunde on next week, innit?
So
Cool,
next
man.
week, guys, we're gonna have Tunde, the lawyer, urban lawyer, on, and so like we're gonna have anyone that's got any questions about legal issues surrounding, like, you know, protesting, Black Lives Matter, your rights with the police, all of those questions that we may have, like, please join us, like, because I want to make it a proper constructive one where literally everyone, we're all chipping in. We've got our questions, but obviously it's been good to get someone that's a barrister and a criminal barrister at that to share his knowledge and his experiences of the field, but also to give us advice of how we can conduct ourselves moving forward.
I'm upset.
You're what?
I'm upset by that.
That one was
Sorry.
troubling, isn't it?
That's very troubling.
What, Rex's dad?
Yeah, man.
But imagine it wasn't Wretch's dad. Imagine this happens all the time. We only know about it because it was Wretch's dad.
This is the thing. You're
And
absolutely right.
Wretch has got a huge platform.
Yeah, it'd be good to watch. It'd be good to watch and see what go on. You know what? Every day there's a different one. Like somebody asked me the other day. Somebody said to me, you're on this Black Power thing." So I'm like, "What are you talking about?" They goes, because you're just posting up bare black stuff." And I'm like, "Listen," and they was like, when you gonna kind of stop?" I said, "Bruv, it's education. All of this stuff is educational because there's still people that ask the question why, and these things need to get posted up. Like, this is why, bruv. This is why black people are angry. This is why black people are upset. Yeah, and if you don't get it by now, then just start asking the question, innit? Just go talk to somebody else. Like in 2020, this is what's going on. Are you telling me that you, as an adult, cannot differentiate between an old man? I don't know Rex's dad, but I consider you the old man. What danger does he pose to you? Yeah, like, what threat does he pose to you? Like, it's a joke, bro. It's an absolute joke that this stuff is still going on. Absolutely.
But in terms of body cam, right?
Mm.
In terms of body cam, you have seen that clip with that woman saying you're about to lose your job.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to keep it light today. I don't even want to be depressed going to bed tonight. I don't want to be angry. Damon, you said last week, I'm not going to post any joke thing. But I saw that on your page.
Femi, listen, but what I did say, it was still to do with the black movement. It's still, now, you know what it is? I'm with you. I think we and all of the listeners, like black, white, whatever, it's been a hard, as you said at the beginning of this podcast, Ace, with everything that everyone's had to deal with, people have lost their jobs, people have lost their houses, people have been evicted. You understand? People have got no money through this quarantine, being furloughed, you've lost your job, you know what I mean? Your landlord's not moving correct and he served eviction notices. The amount of stress and pressure that people are under. And now this, and bruv, it's a very, very, very hard time. And for me, I just made the decision, like, I didn't even post up Aisha's birthday. I didn't even say nothing on social about Aisha's birthday until, I think, 2 days later. Happy
birthday, Ash! Hey! Sorry.
I just And the thing is, I felt bad. Like I honestly felt bad, but my head, I just was just not in the mood for anything happy. There's nothing happy. There's nothing happy happening right now. There's nothing fun. But I'm with you, Femi. I think I don't know. I think I might just woke up one day and just thought, it's too much, bro. Like,
do you know what's crazy about that woman though? What I read this morning that kind of made me happy. It sounds mad. It sounds really mad, yeah. What kind of made me happy about that woman? She, apparently was on the streets, and she basically was in a bad situation, and basically she was suffering from drug addiction. She was doing sex work, she said, and she hadn't spoken to her family since November. They were looking after a 3-year-old son, and that video went viral. Off the back of that video, it's a bit weird, but off the back of that video, the family sent out a search party basically to find her.
That's dope.
And then her sister set up a GoFundMe, set up an Instagram page for her. They set up a GoFundMe page for her, and so far they've raised 30K for her. And like people just blessing her, like saying, "Oh, you know what? I thought that was funny." Blah blah blah. And now she's trying to get her life back in order, isn't it? I thought that was a nice story, man.
That's dope. That's dope. Salute to her. What's her name? Do we got a name?
I've got a real name, but I don't have an IG name. A real name,
man.
Oh, are we doing okay? So the listeners are getting it in on the funny.
Wow.
Yeah. Hector, a throwback. Who remembers the story of Ace falling down the stairs?
So, babe, do I have to tell the story?
Wait. What? When did you fall down the stairs? Talking about in Liverpool?
Nah. When did I fall down the stairs in Liverpool?
Oh no! When you walked into the glass,
I walked into a door in Liverpool. But I fell down the stairs in Montreal, Canada. I fell into my aunt's basement because there was no door.
Oh my gosh!
I still haven't walked properly since then. Salute to them.
Remember, he was limping for about 2 years, and everyone just thought it was Ace and his bad man walk.
Nah, I fully fell down into the basement. Thanks for that, F. Dot. Appreciate that, man.
They're getting you.
Why are they getting me though?
They're talking about what you do with the bed sheets after you drink, after you've had a night of drinking.
What?
All right,
sorry. Am I missing something here?
Don't worry about it. Can I just quickly say one more thing? And I know we weren't going to talk about race anymore, yeah. But I really just
we can talk about race. I just don't want to like have some
deep conversation
where I'm just angry, like kind of.
This is not an angry thing. I really just want to quickly talk about Keith Lemon. And Bo Selector.
I saw that.
So Keith Lemon came out and apologized for his depiction of black people on Bo Selector. Trisha Goddard, Craig David, Mike Melby, Michael Jackson. And what's interesting about that is, let me ask you, Lee, as a comedian,
Yeah.
Did you ever find that offensive? Tell the truth.
No, I didn't. I thought it was funny, innit? Oh, you know what? The Trisha one, when he said rice and peas, I was like, ooh. But it was funny though, innit? It's
no,
like,
I never found it funny. I never found it funny, but I didn't find it offensive. But I never found it funny either.
You didn't find any of them funny?
No, I didn't think it was funny. I just didn't get it. I was like, but Trisha don't talk like that. And Mel B doesn't sound like that. And Craig David doesn't sound like that. I just didn't get it. I'd never understood the humor. But I didn't necessarily think it was offensive. I can look at it now and be like, yeah, he shouldn't have done that. That's kind of fucked up. But I just never understood why people thought it was funny. I didn't think it was funny at all.
You're right. It was never belly funny, to be honest with you. It was just like, it is what it is, isn't it? But it's a weird one, really, because did I think he was being racist? I don't think of it anything, but maybe that's because I didn't know no better at the time. Do you know what I'm saying? There might have been people that would, like you had an uncle that would be like, no, I'm gonna watch my man, he's racist. And you think, oh, unks, man, allow it, man. But it was, he's telling the truth in it. I see what you're saying.
This is gonna sound really mad because we all know what my favorite TV show of all time is, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah.
So I've been watching bare Fresh Prince since on quarantine. That's how I get to sleep. Like, it's been hard for me to sleep, so I just fling Fresh Prince on Netflix.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You've used that's how I get to sleep excuse about Fresh Prince for time.
It's the truth though. If that's how I get to sleep,
bedtime story. It's
not gonna change. It's just what it is how I get to sleep. That's how I get to sleep.
No, but I'm talking like not during quarantine. You said it before quarantine. Before.
Yeah, I've always had trouble sleeping.
Why?
I don't know. 100%.
Let the man tell the story.
Can I finish my story? Anyway, so I've been watching Bare Fresh Prince, yeah? Fresh Prince couldn't be made in 2020. Like,
Why?
he would get cancelled. All he does is move to gal. Like, as soon as he sees them, he's saying bare sexist things. There's a light-skinned girl that is stupid, very dumb, yeah? They treat Jeffrey like a slave. Like, he would never get made in 2020. There's bare jokes that would never fly today, bruv. If you see the way that Will treats gal, yeah, they would never have. Yeah, he's like touching, like he's unnecessarily on gal. They're not inviting it. Man's all up in their neck. Like, it would never get made in 2020. Analyze Fresh Prince today. Every episode you'll be like, nah.
Okay.
It's mad. It's mad. So you're right. Like, things back then, a lot flew that would never fly today. So obviously, Bo Selector back then, a lot of people, I don't really remember people complaining about Bo Selector, but I can imagine if he made that today, there's absolutely no way that would fly. I just saw that.
Have you seen Only Fools and Horses?
Yeah.
You think them are racist? Only Fools and Horses straight up say how it is, boy. There's episodes where Grandad said, "Oh yeah, I went down the packy shop." Like, Grandad openly saying, "You're like, what?
Man.
How was this allowed?"
You know,
I saw that BBC and Netflix took off Little Britain as well.
Yeah.
But that, to be fair, when you really think about it, like, it is funny, but he's taking a piss out of disabled people.
Right. This is the thing. You see, back then, there wasn't a voice, there wasn't a platform as there is today. Do you know what I mean? Like, you had to write into what, points of view or something? Right?
Yeah.
An email.
Yeah.
That was it. Whereas now,
Social
bro,
media.
you can pause something on the TV that you forgot about, rewind it, catch it on your phone, and then post it up, and it's a mad thing.
You know what? It's hard to bust joke nowadays. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Because remember the times when you're just amongst your peers and you just going at it, ripping. The amount of things that you're probably saying, the amount of things that come out your mouth, you could not say that on a platform. That's why I don't understand when people say these things on Twitter. They're taking that kind of like banter from the room, which is we call it banter, but it can be racist, isn't it? I used to work for theatre, and the theatre director used to say to me, we're all a little bit racist, aren't we? And I just think, no, we ain't, but slightly he had a point.
Was that a white man that said that? Was that a white man that said that to you?
It's a white man that said it, yeah.
He said we're all a little bit racist.
He goes, slyly, he goes, this is what he said to me. Slyly, we're all a little bit racist. And he goes, we all judge each other by someone's toilet seat. And I said, yeah, that's true. You know, when I walk into someone's yard, if your toilet seat is nasty, I think, this person dirty.
That doesn't make you racist, though.
That don't make you racist. That don't make you racist. But I think sometimes, you know, everyone's a bit prejudiced, isn't it? Everyone always kind of assumes.
You know what's mad about that? We're all a bit racist thing. Do you know why it's not true? Should I tell you why it's not true? You see, like, racism, yeah? We can all be a little bit prejudiced and have our stereotypes of people, yeah?
Yeah.
But you see, racism, in order for racism to actually work, there needs to be power coupled with the racist attitude. So, like, this idea that we're all a bit racist is flawed, because imagine this, yeah? You could tell a joke about a white person, yeah? And it just remains as that, a joke, right? You, basically, if you're a person in power that has, like, in terms of there's institutional racism, and then there's day-to-day racism between people, and that's what black people are making a fuss about, because actually, not only do people sometimes make jokes about me, sometimes assume that I'm a drug dealer because I drive a Mercedes, sometimes assume that I'm a child because I wear baseball caps, sometimes make fun of the way I speak, sometimes I can keep going, yeah? Not only do they do that, yeah? I'm sometimes treated badly because of these ideas. I'm stopped from getting jobs because of these ideas. I'm treated badly within the criminal justice system because of these ideas. I'm stopped. My kids are treated badly in schools, and so on and so forth. Like, and so because of that, like, actually, we're not all a bit racist, because actually institutional racism compounds the day-to-day racism that you face. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like,
I hear what you're saying, so what you're saying is, can I go around calling white people whatever I want, and it's not racist?
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, actually, like, you could go around calling white people whatever you want, right? and it could be offensive, and they could say it's racist, or this idea of reverse racism, which I don't think is real. I don't think it's a real thing. You could be prejudiced against a white person, but like I don't think it's a real thing. But actually, there's no political impact. There's no long-term impact, right? To me calling the police and saying, "Oh, there's a white woman. There's this ugly, dirty white girl walking up to me right now, and I'm in a park with my dog. There's a dirty white girl. Nothing's gonna happen." But if a white woman says, "Oh, there's a black man. He's got me. I'm in a park. I'm by myself, and he's filming me and my dog," I might get attacked. The police will pull up, and that's the difference. Do you get what I'm saying? Because actually, when white people are racist, it's compounded and supported by the state. When black people make these racist comments, where black people only ever do it for jokes, you know, because black people could try to do it to be offensive. It basically remains at that level, and it's not supported or instituted by the state. That's what I think.
So what about when all this light skin, dark skin stuff was going on Twitter? Then surely then it shouldn't be.
But that's shadism. That's completely different.
That's not racist though. That's colorism. That's not racist.
Yeah, that's colorism. That has nothing to do with white people, black people. That's like black. That's an issue, and also that stems from racism as well. You know. What's mad about all of that, right? You see, in the Caribbean, the light skin, dark skin thing in the Caribbean and African was created by white people, like, and essentially giving light skinned people a higher position. So if you
more privileges.
Yeah, if you go to Jamaica now, everyone that works in a bank is light skinned. Everyone that works in office is light skinned. People that work can have like menial jobs that have day-to-day jobs. Huh?
I can see Lee. He's getting ready to say something.
No, facts, bro, facts. I've been there, bro. Actual facts in the bank. Like, and that's the thing.
This goes outside the black community. This happens in Sri Lanka, in the Indian culture, Bangladeshi culture. It's there. Colorism exists all around the world. The lighter you are, the better you're treated. Do you understand? It is what it is.
But that stems from, do you know what? That comes from an institution that was put in place through slavery and colonialism. So it's not like we go on like, you see like shadism and people wanting to bleach their skin and all of that. We go on like, oh yeah, it comes out of like the black people have some flawed mental thing. No, that's a historical thing that comes from contact with white people instituting these ideas within black people historically, and it's just carried on for years and years and years and years.
Bleaching to me is crazy because I've never seen anyone that's bleached their skin that looks better than they would if they didn't bleach their skin.
It's wild, bro. Look at Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's the king of that, bro. Look what he done.
No, but you know what? Michael Jackson didn't look like he bleached. He looked like he had a skin transplant. Bleach people look all patchy in that. Do you get what I'm saying? It looks like, why would you do that? You don't even look white. You look yellow. You just look like your skin's burnt. Do you get what I'm saying?
What are you saying? What was Michael's thing then?
Michael Jackson looked like he got a piece of rubber and then just went and stuck it to his skin, blood. That's what Mike looks like to me.
Mike has a Lego.
What are you saying? His thing was expensive,
yeah, his thing was proper top dollar.
Did you look, changing the subject, did you see what Mr. M Salami posted up?
Yeah.
For the other day.
Yeah.
You know what? Slightly deviating. You know what I found funny about the march? You know, like the majority of people had masks on. You know, I still recognize. I bumped into Governor B. I bumped into Mr. Salami. Just knowing people from their eyes.
They recognized you from the dreads, and then you knew it was them.
No, a lot of people did. Couple man crept up behind me and they're like,
of course, we saw Damon in his parachute tracksuit bottoms and then big red. No, you know who D is. He don't care.
Dinosaur trainers, yeah.
Yeah, he had the big crep on. He don't flex.
Hey,
the way he
I was
stands.
representing your cousin that day. Late.
I appreciate that. Salute. Black-owned clothing company. Let's talk about that because today a lot of the brands were exposed, and we found out which brands were owned by black people. And there was a lot of shocks. I think the biggest shock would have been to a lot of people. I don't know if you guys knew about Ray and Nephew.
Yeah. No, I had a feeling. About Ray because I've asked people before and they kind of shunned away from it. It's like It's almost like that's our drink, innit? If you're a black brother, if you're a black person, sorry, and you're about this drinking life, that's
it hurts, man.
You
That hurts,
understand?
man. Uncle Ray, you know.
Find out, you see the picture as well. My man looked like he just come from the plantation. The picture, that picture hurt me.
But also, I didn't understand because it said, "Oh, is he dead?" Then that guy. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, so who owns it now? Then his family still own it.
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Listen, I spoke to my friends in Jamaica. They said there are still plantations.
There's still plantations there. Yeah, there are. There are still plantations.
There are still plantations owned by white people in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? That is mad.
You like actually pre that, please.
When you do like obviously when I wouldn't do it, but when you go to Jamaica, if you got money and you do the tours and stuff, you can go to the plantations and see them. And there's a famous sugar one owned by a white family still. And in my mind, I know this is the rebel in me thinks, right, why they ain't got run out of it yet? But
well, how did you feel about Supermalt, Femi?
What? Whoa!
I always knew.
Tell me about Supermalt.
Supermalt's owned by a white man.
Yeah, but I always knew
by two white men. Did you know? You knew? It's
owned by some Danish company. And they didn't even make it. They didn't even expect it to be popular in Nigeria like that and those countries like that. It was made for something else.
I ain't gonna lie, that's the deadest juice I've ever had.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
Disgusting,
I can't stand Supermalt.
I'll be honest, you know what? I used to like it, yeah, but now that I'm trying to like not be as fat as I used to be, like that stuff's just got so much sugar in it, bro.
It's fattening, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got way too much sugar. It's not good.
And there's some baked ones, and there's some other baked ones, Ace.
Is it Tropical Sun, the seasoning?
Oh yeah, that's been
What is that? What is that? Indian,
man.
India.
Yeah, man, putting them from day.
And we gotta have the conversation, man. I feel like we've tried to have this conversation before about packs.
I know it's disrespect, innit?
I mean, Damon, you are here just to talk about it, but talk on it, bro.
Day, it's not hard. You know what it is? It's okay. So basically, just quickly before we go,
we should actually explain. Pax is a hair shop, a black hair shop, owned by India.
Yeah,
by India family.
They Finsbury Park. They have about 6 shops on one road in Finsbury Park. They're in East London. I think there's a couple in South. And basically, I've been in that shop, and I've been in that shop with a Sri Lankan friend of mine, and a couple of them were Sri Lankan, and she's hearing them. She understands the language, and she just heard them. She just flipped on them, heard them just cussing us. Cussing. This was years ago. You know my Australian brethren, Vrushka, the girl, like she was in there, and she just heard them, and she just popped off on them. Like, bro, they are so disrespectful. They're rude, and everyone likes to turn around and say, "Yeah, but they're the cheapest around." Of course they are, because they can buy in bulk.
They
monopolize the whole game, innit?
They have, but this is what people need to understand. You keep on supporting black businesses, then they will be able to grow. Stop looking at what they're doing. Stop looking at they bought another car or they bought another house. I tell people all the time, I don't get up to go backwards. I do not to get up to go. So when people are looking at me, oh, you bought another car. What do you expect me to do? What, you think I'm waking up at 6 a.m. in the morning to do what? Nah, forget all of that. So we just need to support.
Asking for discount as well, man.
Bro, hear what? You see that? all them pack shop, the same way Amazon killed all the bookshops, Amazon's coming for them shops, right? That's all I'm saying.
Swear down.
Amazon, I don't even think Amazon's a good company, and I'm not trying to big up Amazon here. But I'm just saying, Amazon, the way like
they're a powerhouse, isn't it?
Yeah, everything, the way everything's going, Amazon's trying to take out everyone. And so
do you know that this has bothered me for so many years, for maybe about the last 10, 15 years, how ludicrous it is that I am going to somebody outside of my culture to buy products for me, food, skincare, hair products. I'm speaking to somebody who knows nothing about me. When I'm asking you, have you got this? What does this do? You're doing what I'm doing. You're reading the fucking bottle. You want to catch a joke? You know how mad that is, that I'm going to somebody Not even that you listen. I'm not even gonna get that deep. But
You want to hear some joke? You want to hear some joke? So I went into PAX, yeah. I was having a little moment about my hair receding in it at the back. So I went into the PAX. No, it was getting thin. It was getting thin in it. So they told me to get. So I went into PAX Finsbury Park and I said to them, I said to the guy, and this remind you, this guy was like Indian guy, bald head, and like long, like the Hulk Hogan sides, the long bits on the side coming down.
I know exactly what you're talking about as well.
So I went in there and I said to him, look, what am I going to do? Like, and he's telling me about this thing that stimulates the follicles and whatever. So I was saying to him about my hair, and he turned around to me and said, he goes, no, what you need to do is you need to get this and stop using hot water when you wash your hair. So I said, what? So he goes, that's what I did. He goes, the hot water burnt out the top of my head and that's why I'm bald. I said, oh my God. I couldn't believe that he's saying this to me. I can't believe he's saying this to me. That's what man told me. That's
hilarious. That is hilarious.
So Ace, you should have known from day dot. You bun out your hairpiece. You bun out all the follicles.
I bun out all the follicles.
Wowzers. Unbelievable, bro.
Can you imagine if like us as four brothers tried to open a Indian curry house?
Oh, it would be peaking it. You know they wouldn't have that.
You know the funny thing is, you see when you talk about that, you see like how people come begging, yeah? Have you been in a shop where people come in my shop begging for money?
Yeah.
No. Not begging, but they come with them cans looking all official with the donating and all of that. And the person's in the shop for maybe about 5 seconds, then obviously everyone starts feeling bad and starts pulling out, bruv. And I said it a couple years ago. I said, let any one of us go into them man their shop and ask them for pee like that, see if we don't get run, bro. Bruv, I'm done. I've said to you, man, I've been done for years. I'm done. And bruv, if it's not about uplifting my people, and this is the thing, I need to actually make people understand. This isn't I have to uplift my people before I can uplift anyone else. I can't see my people downtrodden and step over them to help somebody else. It makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense at all. And I can't get at anybody. I would never get at anybody else for uplifting your own people. Do what you, bruv, listen, charity starts at home. Look after your people before you can start building up anybody else.
What's that Caribbean chain of food that's owned by Indian guy?
Turtle Bay.
Turtle Bay. Does anyone still go there? Is it still running?
It's still about.
The one in Brixton's gone though, isn't it?
The one in Brixton's gone now?
The other day, still there.
Oh, is it still there? Oh, I thought it's gone.
It's not open, but it's still there.
Caribbean-inspired food.
But the sweet corn fritters bang, sorry.
Please. Look how long I've been telling them man there to go to. Look how long I've been telling them man to go Rum Kitchen.
Yeah.
Saturday bar. How long I've been telling you lot?
But you know Rum Kitchen in Brixton, is it owned by a black guy?
Brethren, until I find out that it's not.
Oh, you're promoting something you don't even know, because they got one in Covent Garden as well, you know.
Lee, I had this conversation with Femi maybe about a year ago, 2 years ago, when we was talking about Gucci. And every time I was hotting somebody about wearing Gucci, they're telling me, oh yeah, but you probably wear racist brands. But then when you tell me that I wear racist brands, then I will then pattern up my thing. But until then, I don't know. If you tell me that thing over there, we don't run that. Tell me Audi's racist. See if I don't set fire to my car tomorrow.
You ain't saying that. You
definitely wouldn't do that.
You ain't doing that, my brother.
You definitely wouldn't do that.
Guys, though,
I'll sell it first and set fire to Audi the shop. I'll sell it first.
I suppose the bigger thing that we're talking about is like economic empowerment within the black community.
Absolutely.
And the fact that a lot of people are able to come and service black people, right, without servicing the community. So they make us consumers, and we were never allowed to own any businesses or scale our businesses. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Always able to black people succeed being entrepreneurs or like owning one business or one shop, but like there's hardly any black business that's able to scale on a mass level. And that's one thing that we've struggled with, and that's one thing that we really need to work on as a community, is like, you know, supporting each other so that people are in a position to be able to scale their businesses, because I don't think the banks are going to do that for us. I think we're going to have to do that for ourselves. And I feel like a lot of in our community, like, you know, we need to support not just on the consumer side of the business, but also like support people's visions and ideas.
Apparently, Rum Kitchen might not be black owned, bro.
Say that again?
Rum Kitchen might not be black owned.
Brother, it might not be black owned. Do you know what I mean? It might be, but this is the thing as well. Yeah, this is what I realized, and it's not even because of this. Because I go to Rum Kitchen, you know what I thought about as well. Something might not be black owned. Doesn't mean it's bad. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
It doesn't actually mean it's bad, and it doesn't actually mean we need to automatically stop supporting them. Right now, you just got to put your people first. Do you know what I mean? That's it. You just got to put your people first, and that's not because I want to go back to Rum Kitchen. Do you know what I mean? Hey, so you're right there.
What did you just do there? How did you do that?
What did I just do? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Be careful what you press, Ace. Don't go to your history.
I'm sure if I broadcast ITV News on YouTube, we'll get locked off. So maybe I should not do this.
I think you will.
Okay, let's stop that.
But I have got it on.
Okay.
Do you know what it is?
I have no idea what I'm doing. You know. Hold on.
But no, it was lit. It was working.
Was it working?
Yeah.
No, I do the.
Just stop sharing screen.
I don't know even how to do that now. Oh my gosh, it's all going mad. Sorry, guys.
So stop the share.
Ah, there you go. Stop share. Thank you. That was scary.
No, I think if we share the ITV, it will just lock you off.
It will just lock us off. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's still a lot going on.
We should start our own business, guys. What do you reckon? We should say it live on here. Let's start our own business. Chicken and chip shop.
Bro, there's more than enough chicken and chip shops.
Guys.
Yeah, but ours will be the black chicken and chip shop, though. It's going to be different, bro. I told you already, Dixie man lives 2 doors down. He's mashing.
Really?
Crazy.
What, has he got his own Dixie?
Bro, this Dixie man there next door, he's got his own franchise. His dad lives up in wherever they're from. I think they're from Sri Lanka. And they got he's got bodyguards and gated community. I was like, what?
Wow.
Guys, I'll be real, yeah. I want to be clear, and say that I'm not against Asian people owning businesses. What I'm against is some Asian people owning businesses that exclusively serve black people, but being ultra negative about black people, not supporting black causes, and not investing within the black community, not standing with the black community when opportunities arise to do so. And that's what I'm against. I'll be real. I'm completely against people.
Yeah, but I just said this to Ace, though. That's what I said to Ace. It's not a problem spending your money in business that aren't black owned. I mean, as long as they're, as you quite rightly said, they're not negative towards the black culture, all of that, then it's not a problem.
Do you know what? Let me run something by you. I know loads of people that eat at Caribbean restaurants, yeah? And everyone's always got something to say about one the rice and peas was dead there, or the chicken was a bit dry there. Everyone's always, we can't go into these businesses and criticize as well all the time. We expect it to be home food. Do you get what I'm saying?
Look, Lee, this is the thing, yeah. No one's ever gonna cook Caribbean food better than my mum. No one's ever gonna cook Ghanaian food better than Ace's mum. It's not gonna happen. You understand? It's not going to happen.
Straight.
But the reality is, you see, when you go into one of these places and you're not happy, don't go on bloody social media and start slating them. Just email them. Just ask for the manager and just speak to him quietly. Or go back in there another day if the manager's not there and just speak to him quietly. And I guarantee you, 99.9% of the times, if he's a proper business owner, he will respect the fact that you've come and spoken to him. And he will go out of his way, to fix the problem that you had. I guarantee it.
Did any of you guys go to Levi Roots restaurant?
I think I tried to, but one time
Stratford?
I went to go, it was always busy, super busy. If you didn't book a table, you weren't getting in.
I thought it was good, yeah. But everyone I spoke to always had something negative to say about it. I don't think I ever from anybody else heard a good review about it, but I always thought it was good when I went. It wasn't the best.
Wait, I missed it. What are you not talking about?
Levi Roots' restaurant.
Levi Roots' restaurant in Stratford. Like I was saying that when I went there, I thought it was good. And the thing about that restaurant, when I actually went there, I took my mum for her birthday. He was there and he came out and come over to the table and sat down with us, literally.
Yeah.
And do you get what I'm saying? So I thought, right, that's wicked. But everyone I spoke to has slated it off to me. Like, oh, you went there? Nah, man, I went there and this and the mac and cheese was. And I'm thinking, right, man can't even get a break. You can't even give man a break.
I hear you, though, but should we blind people because they're black as well? We should always blind them.
No, no.
Unless it was dead. Unless it was dead.
Should I be real? Should I be real?
Unless it was dead. Yes, we should blind them.
Lee, how can you blind them? They're not going to get better then. They're not going to get better.
Yeah, but you just said, like, we just shouldn't complain in public, but we can complain. What you
we can complain. Yeah. As I said, bro, what, Lee, you think I can be giving you how many years of bad haircuts and you're just blind me because what?
You're my boy. I don't like the way you trim me, but you're my boy.
But your hair's falling out anyway, so there's not much I can do.
You've done that. You said to me, it's your fault it fell out. You should have said no.
It's the hot water, Lee.
You should have let me plait that from one day, but no, you wanted my money every other week, bro. You are the blame.
Sorry, they're playing the wretch. They're playing the wretch thing now.
Should we just come back next week?
No, we could just come back now. Just hold on.
Should we watch it now?
I'm watching it.
Live viewing. All right, guys, we'll just stay on.
The only people who seem to ignore all the guidelines put out there, Metropolitan Police.
And this wouldn't have happened yourself if you were a minor.
No.
The Met dispute his version of events and deny racism or wrongdoing. And last week, Commissioner Cressida Dick told us there's no discrimination.
We're policing in areas where violence is
Today, we share that in the
time. Yeah.
Because I never had nothing with approach. Yet for all this success, he now wants his own children. Be wary of the police.
I've grown up in a household with my dad and my uncle, and I've watched them fight against police brutality my whole life. I'm 35 now, and we're still here again today. And I now have to have the same conversations that my dad and my uncle and my grandparents and my parents had with me when I was a child. That means there's no progression.
In Tottenham, it's a generational struggle. The slogans might change, but the anger that fueled the riots as long ago as 1985 is still there. The same fury that blazed across London in 2011. And today, a perception of inequality in every facet of life.
Even coronavirus, which seemed at first to emphasise our shared human frailties, has in the end exposed racial division, and not just in the ethnic makeup of its victims. Black Britons are twice as likely as their white counterparts to have been stopped and fined for breaking the lockdown.
Two teenage boys tell me to be young and black. Stopped and searched.
What do you think of it, Ace?
Wow. This is mad that all of this stuff is happening. Bruv, this is heavy, man. It just feels like every day there's something else that we're gonna get upset about. A 62-year-old, my mum's 62. Like, I don't know, man.
Are you shocked? Are you surprised though?
It's mad because yes and no. And I know it, like, at the end of the day, it's Wretch, and Wretch is from Tottenham and Wretch is Mandem or whatever. But sometimes you just feel like people that are in the public eye are away from this, but he's obviously not.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would feel if I saw my parent be treated like that by the police. Like, I'd be raging right now. I don't think I'd be able to even sit down. I don't know what I'd be doing. I'd be losing it. I don't know. Like, and obviously this happened a few months ago, so we don't know what Wretch has been going through for the last few weeks. But then, like, to see that, and then to see the videos that we've been seeing recently, like, it's just all a lot. It's just a hell of a lot, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I was watching that program last night. Was it Sitting in Limbo?
Yeah,
On
I couldn't watch it, bro.
I couldn't watch it either.
My friend co-produced it. I'm all messaging her today, and I just still couldn't watch it.
You know, I watched it, yeah, and like I think this is probably one of the first things that I've watched where I thought to myself, like, that could have been my dad. Like, and you see us, I was saying to somebody today, you see us at the age that we are, like, we can handle like being detained, we can handle jail. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, we're young, we're fit, we're active.
Hey, man, I don't want to go jail.
I'm not talking about whether you want to go jail. I'm just saying, if you got taken now, you would deal with it, as opposed to my dad, who's 60, 70 plus years old, who's never been to jail in his life, who's never seen a jail cell in his life. And I'm just looking at him thinking, you did nothing wrong. They came for you. They said very little about what was going on. And then literally you went from making breakfast to being in a cell talking about, we're detaining you and we're probably going to deport you. Bruv, the pain and anger and sorrow that I felt.
Bruv, it started from, man, he couldn't work for 3 years, bruv. Imagine that. You can't put food on the table. You got grandkids, you got your own kids, you got your wife. That could break up that's distraught.
He lost his yard. Do you know how mad that is?
I know, because that's what I was thinking. The yard was nice as well, wasn't it? You see the yard?
That was mad.
Nah. Huh?
And then till when it got to the end, and then you see like the real footage of them debating it, and them saying that, yeah, there was reports that the government actively went for low-hanging fruit. Do you know what I mean?
Because they were pushed for numbers, innit? They were pushed for numbers.
No. So you've actively gone for the ones that you know that on paper can't financially back this argument.
But they do that in every and that's where the race war starts, in it, because they do that in every form of every line of work. Where what they'll do is they'll stress them out for numbers, so they go to where they know they can kind of like slip under the radar when it comes to doing certain things. Do you get what I'm saying? They did it with crack in America. They treated crack like it's mad, but opioids, they're saying they want to help people get off of it. It's the same thing. People are taking opioids it's like the crack thing.
I remember that.
But opioids at the moment, they're trying to say, oh, we're trying to help society get off of it. They weren't saying that about crack in it. They didn't. They would like get them in prison.
Yeah, but you know what it is now we're just delving into a much deeper argument that is probably for another podcast. But you know, just watching this program yesterday, and salute to your pal Femi, who what do you say co-produced it?
Yeah, Fiona.
Yeah, and salute to them, because it was, and even, you know, one of my young customers, CJ Beckford, who was the son. Like, I don't normally watch those kind of things. I'm looking at a comment now. Like, you lot know, I've stopped watching all of these films about slavery. Like, my heart can't take it. And watching that yesterday, like, I just felt like now, being in the times that we're in, I can't switch it off. I can't turn a blind eye to these things. I have to watch them. I have to retweet them. I have to repost them, even if it's just so people are educated and understand. Right, that's what really happened. Yes, bro, that's what really happened. And I say it again. This is why I'm so angry. This is why we are so angry, because you lot think that, what do you think, that we're just chatting shit? Do you think it's just a joke? Do you think that we're just lying when we're saying that big people of the age of 62, 63, 70 years old are getting pushed down by police and getting shot by police? Like, man's getting dafted. Bro, I got thrown in a van when I was 15 and just moved up by the police, moved up differently. And just like, what's his name? Just like, you know, all the other people that it's happened to. You know now I speak to black guys, yeah, and to hear that they haven't had an encounter with the police baffles me. You understand? It's like, what? You ain't had a problem with the police? Bruv, how the fuck is that the norm, bro? How is that the norm? How is that okay that can be my reaction? To speak to a black brother and be like, what? And I'm surprised that you ain't had a problem with the police. That's fucking ridiculous.
You know what it is? What I'm finding perplexing? I've been speaking to some white people, right? And
Mm.
they're, to them, yeah, they think this whole movement, Black Lives Matter, is some left-wing Marxist politics thing that the Marxists are jumping on the Black Lives Matter movement as a way of defunding the police, because there's a movement to defund the police, which is like, there's an argument that actually in New York, the police went on strike for 3 months and the crime rate went down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the argument is that actually these people, the police basically sometimes make things worse. And so people are arguing that actually, why don't we go back to just not having police, right? And so there's like white people that I speak to that have been like this, that don't actually think that when black people, they don't think racism is real. Especially like, you know, like liberal white people, white people that are not, that see themselves as not racist themselves. They think this is like some new movement. They think like, you know, I don't know. It's perplexing. I can't even explain it properly to you guys because it's nonsense, yeah? But you know what we talk about echo chamber, right? The thing what I realized this week, yeah, is that my black friends talk to their black friends about racism within the black community, but they never talk to their white friends about it. Because white people don't know about the racism. So, like, do you get what I'm saying? Up until this moment, like, some white people, or maybe they're just pleading ignorance, right? Some white people, like the white people that, a few white people that I've spoken to, they're some of them are like, but I'm not racist. Like, why would you think that? Like, no one's like, are you different? Do you see yourself as different? I don't see you as different. I see you as like just a normal person like me. I see you as equal. Do you get what I'm saying? So you can't really have a discussion. You can't really have a discussion with them because of that.
Yeah, but this is the thing. Nobody wants to have that discussion where at the end of it, it can be proven that, oh, right, I really am racist, or I really am sexist, or you understand? No one, but it's feared. Like, what people need to understand is once we have this discussion and break it down, now we can build it back up. You understand? Once we have this discussion and we just break it all down, now we can build back up and make you and myself and our relationship much better and much stronger with understanding and knowledge. But people are just scared of that because people are scared of people pointing the finger at them like I'm not trying to point the finger at no one. You're this, you're that.
No, but the fact is, like, the point of you're right, Damon, because like that's the only reason I can think of why these people are like so insistent. Like, literally, I'm talking like actual smart people, you know, clever people. To them, they're like, no, but like what do you mean? Like, I'm trying to understand this race thing, like, because I don't think, but this is the thing, they've not read the books we've read. They've not had the experiences we've had. They've not watched the films we've watched. Do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like we as black people have our own community that we've not realized. We only have these conversations amongst ourselves, but now that we're talking up publicly, we've been pretending for too long, is what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
We've been pretending that everything is okay for too long.
For time. You know why? Because you become normalized after a while, innit? It just becomes normal. You just accept things.
It's like what Ace was saying last week and Shawnee B. They go into the BBC and they do their BBC version of themselves for too long. And Ace and them man have been there for like 20-something years.
All right, fam.
No,
I hear you. You're right.
Imagine you've been at the BBC for almost 2 decades, yeah? And you've just pretended for 2 decades, bro.
You know what's funny about what you're saying, Femi, and what you said, Ace? It's weird. You know what? On a daily basis, I don't understand that.
Why? Explain. You don't have to do that though. You work in a barbershop, bro. You're around us. You're with us all day. You got our hair.
I get in my car. I get to my place in my environment. The only time that I feel it is, remember how look how many years I've been talking about people don't sit next to me on the underground, to the point where people, remember when people thought I was lying and I filmed it.
Yeah, straight.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like, but it's not a lie. And it's like what you said. there's certain times now where I'm when I used to go cut hair up north and I'm walking through the train and I'm like, shall I sit there? Shall I sit there? Shall I sit there? You know how horrible that feeling is. You know the Virgin trains. You know the Virgin trains with the tables and you got the 4 seats. Yeah, bro. You know how horrible that feeling is, sitting on that seat first and watching people walk past, coming up with themselves, sitting next to everybody else. Like, you know, like man's got to slightly smell my armpit. Like, man, is it like what going on here? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Not knowing that, and I said it before, and yes, you don't know me. I say it all the time. Do what you feel to do to make yourself comfortable. But unknown to you, I'm probably gonna be the first person on this train that gets up to help you if something pops up. Like, it's mad. It's absolutely mad, absolutely wild. But yeah, I've never had to deal with that. Do you know what I mean? Like, because of the job that I've chosen to do.
A lot of it is ignorance, especially like in regards to the whole BBC thing. Like, so for those that don't know, we broadcast from one building. Where we were before, there was one extra radio on building, which was just music heads, so that was fine. But then we moved into this big building where it's like BBC News. You guys have been there before. BBC News, all of these different BBC departments. So when one extra came, it was like, wow, there's guys that are walking into the building that are not wearing suits and we're wearing like I've got into a lift and you just hear the conversation stop. I've got into a lift so in every lift they play a different radio station. So I've got into a one extra lift where they're playing one extra music. I've heard them talking bad about the music that's been played in the lift. Like, these things happen, innit? Like, some of it is just people that are just not used to being around black people. And they might not think it's racist, but I don't know. It's just ignorance, isn't it?
It's like also like when I see when I go into pitch programs and they only ever want to talk to me about black shows. I remember I went into it to pitch for a show to write on Turn Up Charlie, and they were talking to me about Empire, and I was like, I've never even watched it. And they were looking at me like, "Are you mad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I watched the first episode and I weren't feeling it, and I never watched it again." And they were like,
I had a TV agent that was trying to like push this correlation between drill and knife crime. Like, you should really do a documentary. I'm like, fam, I don't listen to drill, and I don't carry a knife. I've never carried a knife. I don't. Like, I'm an R&B DJ. That's a dad I got 2 kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's nothing to do with my life. Like, I'm a big man. I've got like, what am I gonna look like doing a documentary about? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in his aesthetic is, oh, well, he wears a hat and trainers, so he should know about it. It's not that, bro. I've got nothing. That's nothing to do with my life. So why should you push that on me?
You know what's wild about it? What's wild about all that, yeah, is what happens then. If you went strong-willed, yeah, you will go and make that documentary.
Yeah.
And then the TV will be like, why is that brother making that documentary about drill? He don't know nothing about drill.
Exactly.
And the youths from your ends will be like, he's an R&B DJ. He never carried it. Croydon would be like, he never carried a shank. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
What's wrong with him?
Yeah, no, this reminds me of when Otis was doing the Olympics.
Oh wait, he did.
he couldn't read out the names correctly, and they're like, "Bro, that are people, blood. You're getting it wrong."
They took him.
He just took it for the pay. He took it for the pay slip, innit?
He wasn't ready though, man. He should have been more prepared. Shout out to Otis though. I like that. I like him. He's my guy. But
he's man them. He's my brother.
He's man them. Salute to Otis. But yeah, he wasn't ready for that.
He wasn't ready for that move
at all. All right, when are we back? Next Tuesday?
Yeah, we've got Tunde. We've got a lawyer joining us, guys. So if you've got any legal questions, let us.
Are we not doing Thursday, Ace, or Friday? This week is
super busy for me. We can do something.
Can we talk about this off
camera? No, I could do Thursday actually. We could do something.
Let's not commit to something that we can't really, come Thursday.
We're trying to squeeze it in. Ace,
squeeze a little something in.
Ace, how real talk, yeah? How's your people embracing this new look? How's these people embracing it?
I mean, you know what I mean? The missus likes it.
Aye, that's what that matters then, isn't it? It's like a new man.
She's stroking it and kissing it at night time, yeah?
A little stroke hunting, you know?
Oh, wait, are we assuming that he used to get into bed with his cap on?
Hey,
What?
you know what, Lee?
What?
Lee, that's the top joke of tonight.
Wow.
That's a good,
Wow.
that's good comedy. I'm not gonna lie. Nah, Lee, that comedy is
Unbelievable.
fantastic.
That's
Unbelievable.
funny. And to be fair, this is I will be wearing the caps. I'm like, this is I don't know at the moment. You know what it is? Because I've been wearing a lot of sunglasses because I had this eye thing. I don't feel like I can wear a hat and sunglasses. It's
What
like,
have you got, a style?
no, I had a detached. What the hell was it called? I had a
Cornea.
detached retina that got fixed on Friday.
Wow.
They put me to sleep for it.
How was that? How was being put to
Um,
sleep? That would be that idea feels nice right now.
What being put to sleep?
I tied you off him.
Do you know what's funny? As like the man in me was like, there's no way that this gas is gonna put me to sleep. That was just like,
Yeah, that's what I think. That's
you
what I
start
think
breathing,
as
you're like, this ain't gonna put me to sleep. You start taking deep breaths. I'm like, this can't put me to sleep. Me, bro, I'm from South. This can't put me to sleep, bro. Man woke up a good 4 hours later, boy. Gone, like, raw. What?
Was it good sleep? Was it good?
It was a good sleep, man. Proper good. You know, like it was proper like sleep where you're still drowsy when they wake you up. But yeah, they fixed my eye.
I'm mad jealous of the sleep still, I'm not gonna lie. Not
They
that
fixed my eye.
Hey, Ace, do you remember the moment before you passed out though?
Yeah, because I remember them putting the thing on my face, and I remember taking the deep breaths,
Yeah.
and then I just woke up, and they actually said, "Yeah, that's it," and I was like, "What?" And then I looked at the watch because the clock was on the wall, and like 4 hours. It was like 4 hours. It took about 3 or 4 hours. Were just gone. It's like, wow.
So let me ask something. Could you not see something? Could you not see?
So I can't see out of this eye now. Before it was like really blurry. Now at the moment I can't actually see out of it, but my vision will get better over the next.
What? That's your left eye, right?
Yeah.
That makes so much sense.
Why?
You see, when you had your range,
Don't try it.
bro. You remember when you had the X5?
Yeah, and you said there was always something wrong. No, but back then my vision was 20/20. Don't try it.
Then something was wrong because
My
your
vision's
left
only
window-
been bad for like the
your
last
left
2 or 3
window
months.
on all of your cars is always just messed up.
Right, guys, there's a theory here. Sorry to cut you lot about the supermalt. How it was used in the African army as like a Lucozade. Hence why they like it. But that kind of makes sense though, because of the sugar in it.
Ah, it's like an energy drink.
Yeah, like an energy drink, used as an energy drink. And then since then they were like, this is a good one. No, Femi?
No, we don't talk like that.
All right, sorry, my brother. Sorry now.
Oh, that's better.
Some people saying I should. Oh, shout out to Lala saying I should throw all the caps away. She's loving the sexual chocolate, innit?
No, there's.
I think my hair's starting to grow back. Look, my Uncle Phil's starting to come true.
There's something very R&B about that style, man. You need to allow the uncle, like you need to like just let it go, let it be. Oh my gosh, ooh, you need to
Tell me what kind of man.
You know what? Ooh, it's
woman
more
so cool.
It's more. What's the brother that has the deep voice?
Who? Which one? Oh, Barry White.
Yeah, man. It's that vibe still.
Your head looks tiny though from this angle.
What? My head looks tiny.
It looks tiny, blood. Look at it.
It's my really expensive sunglasses.
All right.
I paid so much money for these.
What was they? About 5 mils or something? You said?
They're so expensive, man. They're called Kilo One Chi.
What is it? Like a black owned brand or something, right?
It's a black owned brand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so salute to them. I'm gonna shout them out in the next episode. But thank you very much for my really expensive sunglasses.
Rate that.
I didn't buy on Amazon.
If you kept this style, with the bald head and a beard, I bet those guys will chat to you in the lift.
You think so? I feel like I look more scary, like I'm on my Black Panther thing.
No, bro. No, you can't wear the shades.
No shit. I just bald head.
Yeah. The shades is a bit much.
The shades is a bit much.
Yeah.
You need the shades are too dark, but we need to get you some gold rimmed shades that you know the light ones, so you can still see through them.
Right. Yeah.
Get you some of them. I'm gonna look for them. For them.
Thank you very much, guys.
Some of them.
It's the real restyling Ace flex now.
Bro, in LA, we'd get into all the parties if you go with this style, bro.
I want Lee to take me shopping one day.
Yeah, you ready?
What would you put me in, bro?
Bro, just come. Listen, just come and trust me, bro.
I ain't wearing a kimono. Not the kimono, though. I ain't wearing a kimono.
Bro, nah, that's not, you ain't got that.
All right.
Femi's got the kimono.
Femi can rock the kimono. I think he could still.
Yeah,
but he has to wear the African kimono with the...
Yeah. I could listen. Let me start
lion
all
print.
of you. Let me start all of you.
Yeah, all right, cool. Let's do it.
Damon, you can put the FUBU down for a little bit. For you, buy you. All right, listen, I got you.
A man said, "For you, buy you."
All right, let's lock this off, guys. Thank you so much for locking in. We'll be back on YouTube next Tuesday from 9 o'clock, and Tunde will be our special guest, and we might drop an episode before then. But salute, man! Big up to everybody that's locked in tonight, all 80 of you, and everybody that's been in the chat room. And till then, peace. Good night.